How we doing? How we doing, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody's having a great week. One more day and we're at the weekend. What's up, Himothy? How we doing? How we doing, chat? Welcome in, guys. Queue's open. Queue's open. We're ready to rip. We are ready to rip. What's up, Franklin? What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, Devin. Roma Jackson. How we doing, guys? Welcome, welcome. Queue is open. Feel free to hop in. Anything in the shop can be opened on the live or ship seal, guys. So feel free. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat there. Happy to answer them. What's up, 1710? Brian O'Connor, what's good? How we doing? How we doing, guys? Welcome in, everybody. Anything in our shop can be opened on the live or sent sealed, and we ship out next business day, guys. So anything ordered tonight, we will take to the post office tomorrow morning. Get it on its way to you as soon as possible. And if you're new, go ahead, hit that follow button. Make sure you can catch us anytime we go live. What's up, Cole? Welcome in. Our normal stream slots are Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Typically around 8 o'clock Eastern time. Appreciate the likes, J-Town. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Let me know if you all have any questions. If you're new, go ahead and hit that follow button. On our way to 1,000 followers. Once we hit 1,000 followers, we've got a few giveaways set up. Welcome in, guys. Hope y'all having a good week. It's almost the weekend. Almost the weekend here. How we feeling, chat? welcome, welcome. How we doing, everybody? What's up, Jason? Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, Zach. What's good? What's good, guys? Welcome in, Wired. Not much, man. Alright, we got J-Town. J-Town hopping in, breaking the ice for tonight. Alright. We've got... Let's get this out of the way. Ninja, Gem 2, and Gem 4. Alright. Yeah. Alright, J-Town, are you with us, brother? And are we ripping for you? We got you 1-pack Gem 4, 1-pack Gem 2, 1-pack Ninja Spinner, and 1 Brilliant Illusions. This is for J-Town. Are we ripping for you live, brother? I think I saw you hop back in here. Yep. All right, here we go. Good luck, good luck. Appreciate you hopping in. Appreciate the follow. Gem 4. Chat it. Namorous. Turkle Master Ball. Gem 2. Glaceon. Jolteon. Vaporeon. And the Jolteon Master Ball. Ninja Spinner here. This guy, Megalowetta EX. There we go. All right. Brilliant Illusions. Poliwag. Rhydon. Girafarig. Reverse Bulb. This one, it's Megalowetta. Megalowetta. Appreciate you hopping in, J-Town. Alright guys, the seal's broken. J-Town broke the seal. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Welcome in, Jason. How we doing? How we doing, brother? And Maddie, you're losing the fight against your cards here. I can imagine. I can imagine they're taking a while to sort. Glad to have you here, Jason. What's up, Sergio? Welcome in, everybody. Queue's open. Feel free to hop in. We're all caught up here. What's up, Brett? How you doing, Taylor? Welcome in, everybody. What's up, Ricardo? How we doing? Zach, I don't know if you're still in here, but is it, has the rain ceased? Are the water levels receding? What's up, GTX Twisted? Remember, you're so loved on this planet and your presence is valued here. Thank you, Ari. It's supposed to not rain until next Wednesday, then be real bad again. So you get a little bit of a reprieve for a few days. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully it dries out enough so the ground can accommodate some of that water. Appreciate the follow. Money. Money, money. Dollar sign, dollar sign. Yep. Oh, for sure. Yeah, poured yesterday up here, and then today it was kind of chilly. It's only in the 50s and breezy, and then the weekend it's supposed to be 90 degrees here. So it's like popping all over the place. Can't seem to decide what it wants to do. Yeah, by Sunday it's supposed to be 90 degrees here. On Monday, 95 and 96 on Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get that heat here in a few days. The high will be 24 degrees higher by Saturday than it was today. And then 30 degrees by Sunday and 35 degrees warmer by Monday. Do way me, what's up? What's good, guys? Anybody, what's up, TikTok Toe? Anybody already get in on some of the Chaos Rising? Anybody get the pre-release stuff? Like going to an LGS and all that good stuff? Might skip it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to have necessarily in it that's different from Ninja Spinner, or if it's supposed to be essentially a carbon copy. It looks like in Abyss Eye. I'm looking at Abyss Eye, some of the cards that they've released the images of. So it looks like Mega Chandelure will be a SAR. Be an SAR version of Mega Chandelure. I've seen something about Pitch Black. That might be the English name for Abyss Eye. I haven't seen anything about the product being available yet. What's up, Catch 'em All? Welcome in, brother. So they also leaked there's the Gwyn Trainer SAR. Yeah, I would imagine Pitch Black will be the English version of Abyss Eye here. What's up, Darnell? How we doing, guys? Queue's open. Queue's open. Feel free to hop in. We're ready to rip. We're ready to rip if you are. We can also send sealed. Interesting. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot to see here on the that newest set, Abyss Eye. I mean, most of them, a lot of it's going to be like ghost themed Pokemon, you know, psychic type Pokemon. You know, we got it looks like it's going to be a lot of like grass, and at least what's revealed so far. Yes, so I'm seeing it here now, Zach. It says the set releases, so Abyss Eye releases in Japan on May 22nd. What's up, Steve? And then its cards will be used for the English set Pitch Black in July. So Pitch Black will come out in July, and Abyss Eye will be a large component of that. And you got Lampent, Delmise, there's Litwick, Marshadow, what else? Spiritomb, Banette, Shuppet, and Sinistra, and Poltergeist. So, it'll be interesting. I mean, you know there's going to be a Mega Darkrai SAR, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. The Mega Chandelure is kind of underwhelming from an artistic standpoint. What's going on, guys? What's up, generally? Welcome in, guys. That queue is open. Queue's open if you want to get some live rips in here, or we can also send sealed. We can send sealed. Ship out next business day, so get your stuff right away, or at least as soon as possible, right? Looks like Misty might have a card in here. Yep. Misty will have a card in Abyss Eye. So, most of the stuff being revealed here looks like they're really just focused on the mechanics of the actual TCG gameplay. So, not much else really so far, that is. That set releases in a week, chat. The newest Japanese set comes out in a week. What's up, Zugio? How we doing, Gonzalez? Welcome in, everybody. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Our queue is open. Plenty of stuff available in the shop there. Feel free to check it out. We can rip on the live or we can send sealed. I don't have any individual mega attack Gengars. No, Marcelo. Nope. We've pulled plenty from Mega Dream, but not yet. I'm following up with him actually. I got a message over to him. Trying to figure out between the singles. I don't know if he's holding on to it. I think he said the sealed order was the sealed product stuff was ready. Yeah. So I don't know if he sent that out yet or not. Welcome, guys. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Our queue's open. Queue is open here. What are we getting into this weekend, chat? I got you. I mean, up to you, Trembly. Up to you, brother. Work. Oh, were you able to get more stock from anybody, or is that what's holding you back? So it was at 3%. Yeah, 2 weeks without any new stock. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. Sabotaging you, man. Now you got the crappy selection. Yeah. Welcome in, Jennifer. How we doing, Bucky? What's up? What's up, guys? I got something for them if I have to. What's up, Just Dave? Welcome, welcome, guys. Feel free to hang out. If you want to hop in, our queue is open. I will buy everything I've left. Wow. Is the bonus that big, Tremblay? Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it would need to. Yeah, okay. Close my rings, guys. Close all my rings. I know you guys were just hanging on the edge of your seats for that news. Probably half, yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be enough to make it worthwhile. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be too bad grand scheme of things. It'd be like 10% of, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta keep grinding, right? Keep grinding, see what the numbers look like. How much longer is it going on? How much longer that contest? Seems like it's been a while. The 18th, so what's that, Monday? Is that Monday? Yeah. Yeah, Monday. It's Monday. What's up, Christy? Appreciate the like. 6 week long, yeah, it's a long one. It's a marathon, man. $2,300. That's quite a bit. What's up, Barry Plus? Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. If you guys are new, make sure you are following us. We put out occasional clips on on the profile, and then we also have a YT channel. Put out some content, a little longer form content there about the hobby, sometimes a little bit about business, a little behind the scenes type stuff. Welcome in, Donna. Had a meeting with the division cook manager and my division manager. And my division manager was bragging how my store can sell anything. We always on top. There you go. Draco edits. Like Draco Malfoy. Just trying to check the profile, the PFP there. About to make your store the training store for the district. Is that a good thing for you? Or is that more of a headache? All new store manager. Oh, all new store managers need to come through you. Gotcha. Hey, I mean, yeah, as long as they're gonna pay you more, right? Make it worth your while. Welcome in, Nathan. How we doing, guys? Slowly but surely, we're closing in on that 1,000 follower mark, guys. So if you know anybody who's interested in Pokemon in general, feel free to share our lives, tell them, you know, word of mouth, that kind of thing. We appreciate you getting the word out, helping us grow here. When we hit that 1,000 follower mark, remember we got this 3 giveaways already. Might have a few more other things in addition to those cards. We got the Gravar, the Mimikyu, and the Charizard, Secret Rare Charizard out of Korean 151. So we'll have a separate giveaway for each of those. Appreciate the likes, guys. Crushed it. We're doubled the likes already. Trembly, we're just waiting on the Eevee card, is what they told me. so I guess they were able to get a hold of the rest of it pretty quickly. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, they that one and the other one. Hey, appreciate the follow, Tony. That one and the other one, they said they will probably be just gifting those too. The Sarah Ledge and that one. I guess since we order so much from them already. There we go. We're quadrupling the likes. Appreciate y'all. Tippity tap tapping that screen. Appreciate the share, Trembly. Do I collect baseball cards? Not really actively, no. A couple years ago, so I was already back into like the collecting the Pokemon game, and then a couple years ago I got into doing some of the card breaks with like football cards, mostly professional football. I never got in on the baseball breaks, but I would buy some of the stuff in person that I could get at like Walmart, that kind of thing. But I didn't get too much into it. I used to collect baseball cards a lot when I was younger. The baseball cards, not much of the old ones. I have a very select few of older ones that have maybe made some of the moves with me. I didn't really have anything worth all that much money, and also, back then when I was collecting in when I started the mid to late 90s, that's known as like the junk wax era. Meaning there's just so much of all the stuff out there that most of it's not really worth much. Like a buddy of mine was way more into card collecting even before I knew him, before I met him in middle school, and he was really into it, and he's got like Albert Pujols rookie cards, patch cards before they got kind of gimmicky, pieces of the bats, all that kind of stuff, those types of cards. And most of his stuff isn't really worth much of anything, but he's got a ton of stuff. It's just they printed everything kind of like into oblivion, and I don't know if they did serialized cards back then. It's definitely more prominent now, like the out of 25 or out of 200 and all that kind of stuff. That's a lot more popular now than I think it ever was back then, because I don't remember any cards I collected being like numbered or anything like that. Mostly you had like parallels and that sort of thing. But I only really did retail. So there's kind of two different things. They produce products that they sell at retailers, which is going to be cheaper, such as like they call them blisters or hangers, or they'll have like small boxes that have like 5 or 6 packs in them. Those they call blasters. There tends to not be as much valuable stuff in retail. It's not always the case. I mean, like Donruss, if you're talking in NFL, they've got the downtowns, right? I mean, I know Tremblay knows about this stuff, but Donruss doesn't have the rights anymore, I don't think, because Topps got it. So Panini's done manufacturing cards. But anyway, the downtowns are still super expensive, and you can get those via retail. But a lot of the other stuff, like the big autograph cards, the big auto mims, all that. Yeah. Hey, appreciate that, Slow. Yep. Yes, sir. We keep plugging away. Appreciate that, Slow. Hey, no worries. Tell her we said hey. Appreciate the follow, Slow. We said hey and do what your mom says. I'd say for the vast majority of my life, as long as I did what my mom said, nothing bad happened. Never steered me wrong. I might not have liked it, but that's another story. We all been there with that. Hey, appreciate that, Slow. Be safe. I appreciate that, Slow. Yeah, we appreciate people just coming in, chilling, chatting. I can yap, so. Thanks, you too, man. 6,000 likes. Crushed it, guys. It was like 5,000 likes in like less than 15 minutes. Let's see. I think my friend gave me a mem card, so meaning like it's got pieces of memorabilia. So they're like jersey, like small swatches of pieces of jersey from two guys that used to play on the Mets. I mean, one I think most people know that know baseball is Mike Piazza, and then the other was Al Leiter. And it was like a series called like Battery Mates or something like that. So that one was pretty cool. Not worth anything, of course. Like I said, most of the stuff from that era just is worth nothing. So it's kind of crazy. Hey, very nice, Mountain. I was there. Actually, got a chance to go to a game out there last year, last May actually. So almost exactly a year. It's a real nice stadium. I liked the spot. I could walk to it from my hotel. Do you recall the like Dream Team baseball cards, like Canseco with the shirt off and others? Not specifically that, but yeah, I mean that sounds right. You know, the Bash Brothers and all that. Yeah, I mean, well, the Rockies, they're better this year than they were last year. Like last year, they were on pace to be historically bad. Like they had potential to be one of the worst teams of all time last year. This year, they're doing a bit better. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm a, you know, my, uh, my main team's the Mets, and when I was out there to see the Rockies, they were playing the Phillies, and I was hoping they could at least beat the Phillies at the game I was at, but they got shellacked. They lost by like 7 runs. It was like 10-3. It was like 10-3 there, and was not a close game. So I forget, somebody hit. I think like Trey Turner might have hit a home run. I think he's with the Phillies, right? So it was still cool, you know. Walked around a bunch. I went up to the one of the bars. Okay, you're a D-backs fan. I got you. They were close a few years ago, right? They were in the series. Yeah, I saw Arenado has been hitting better this year, at least on pace, hitting better this year than he did last year. Yeah, Corbin Carroll. He's a good ball player out in right field. He kind of like he had a great rookie season and then kind of scaled it back a little bit offensively in his sophomore year. Yeah, yeah. Arenado's a great third baseman, a perennial Gold Glover. In a few games to St. Louis. It's cool because you can see the arch from the outfield. Very nice. Yeah, you can. It doesn't show up necessarily that great on like a phone camera, at least on the iPhone camera that I had. But you can see, kind of see the Rockies from the stadium in Denver, and you know, the sunset's beautiful there. All right, mountain topping in. Let's see. All right, it's going in on that Gem 2 booster box. Let me know when you're ready, Mountain. We're looking for those exclusives, those Evolution exclusives out of here. Lukey the best. Not sure what you're referring to there, guy. Did I miss it? Nope. Let me know when you're ready, Mountain. Just want to make sure you're in here before we start ripping. All right, here we go. Good luck. Empty box. All right, here we go, Mountain. Good luck, good luck. Eevee, Jolty, Flareon, and the Sylveon V. Julian, I think you were on here the other night, man. I don't know what Pokemon app you're talking about. But I'm also not supposed to be directing people to go elsewhere. Sylvie, Umbee, Vaporeon, and the Umbreon Master Ball. It's called Rips Triumph. I'll have to take a look at it after stream. Flareon. SB. SB. Jolteon. Vaporeon. Can't tell if I'm getting got or not. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Cisco? Welcome in, guys. Vaporeon, Umbee Reverse, and the Glaceon. Oh, I got you. Eevee Reverse and Jolteon. Yeah, I've never really been a big fan of that. I've heard of, I mean, everything's doing. I think GameStop has it. There's a bunch of other ones. Flareon stamped. What's up, Vicky? Glaceon, Eevee, Glaceon again, and the Glaceon stamp. Glaceon pack. Thank you, Dakota. Glaceon. Ooh, okay. Hollow Energy 3-star rare. Means it's going to be a double hit box. Double hitter. Eevee, Flareon, and it's the Espeon VMAX. Espeon VMAX on our 3-star Pokemon. There we go. Vaporeon, Sylveon again, and the Leafy on the V. Four more packs here. All the celebs, yeah. Whoops. Flareon and Sylveon Master Ball. I've seen a lot of that. I don't know which companies were doing it, but a lot of them I know. I think they said they had like Greg Oden. I was like, man, Greg Oden. Sorry, but Greg Oden's. No offense, who cares? They were trying to push that on like ESPN or something app. It was very bizarre. I was like, this is a total non-story. Yeah, he played in college at Ohio State, was good, drafted real high, and then shock of shocks, had terrible knees, and hardly ever played. Hardly ever played Pro Bowl. Some rappers ripping on the ads, crazy. Eevee, and the Pokeball stamp on our last pack. Yeah, I saw like, I guess Kid Cudi has a, what's up, Chuko? Kid Cudi has like a podcast and had Big Boy from Outkast on there, and apparently he does like Pokemon Go or whatever. And he was talking about that. I thought that was funny. Pokeball stamp, Glaceon stamp, and the Flareon stamped in your sleeved. And on your top loads, your V's, we got Leafeon, Vaporeon, Sylveon. We've got the Hollow Energy and the Espeon VMAX. Double hit, 3-star. Very nice box. Mountain. Always love to see the double hits. What you doing, Chuko? Thank you, Mountain. Appreciate you, brother. Mine was good. Mine was good. It's been just, you know, busy. Worked the 9 to 5. Went to the gym. Had to coach slash teach a class there. So bouncing all around. How about you? Yeah, you just got to make it a habit, Mountain. You know, you just got to make it like second nature, and then it becomes like you can't go multiple days without it, you know? Oh, up early? Do you have to do that for work? Work or kids? Yeah, then you'll, you know, yeah, you start making a habit, then you start seeing the progress, and then you get hooked on it. Dang. I wasn't even awake yet on Eastern time. At 7 a.m. Eastern time, I wasn't awake yet. So that is for sure early. Ghoul Gaming. What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Any questions here. Anything in the shop can be ripped on the live or sent sealed. You just let us know. And you can place sealed orders anytime, guys. Anytime. Last day at your job's tomorrow. You got a new one, or are you just like retiring, Mountain? You got that kind of bag just sitting there. Being bionic, yeah. Oh, you're moving. Okay. Very nice. What area in Arizona? Yeah, it'll be canyon fishing. Some comments were filtered. Oh, goodness. Talk you into an ankle fusion. Flagstaff, gotcha. My boss, the person I technically report directly to, actually lives out in Arizona. I don't know exactly where. But I know at least one of her kids was going to school out there, and then she moved out there, so I don't know if... You know, I assume she did it to be closer, but who knows? Can't live in Valley, way too hot. Yeah, my girlfriend's been to Sedona a few times and really loves it out there. I've never been to Arizona. Colorado's as far west as I've ever been. And I haven't gone any further south. Went out west. Crushing likes, guys. 14K. Flying. I almost lived in Arizona. I don't know about that. Huh. Yeah, you and I both know it's not it wasn't an almost. If he had any say in it, you know he wasn't going anywhere. Especially not that far west. But look, he survived, you know, many a snowstorm later. The question I have is, so like, obviously growing up in this area where we have all 4 seasons, and sometimes that's in the same week. Like I think we can appreciate more, you know, the change from summer to fall and fall to winter, right? And especially around like holiday seasons and how that, you know, there's a certain feeling. I mean, what's it like for people that live in the much warmer climates? You know what I mean? Like you live down in Florida, Arizona, whatever, Southern Cal, where it never snows. Like hardly ever gets below 60 degrees. I guess they don't know better if they've been there all, you know, all their lives, but like I feel like if you moved from someplace that had snow and had the seasons, you know, if you move down further south and it stays warm all year round, then like is it ever gonna feel like the holidays and all that kind of stuff? Snow is way overrated. I mean, I agree. I don't have any attachment to the snow. But if it never got cold, would you appreciate the spring? You know, would you have the feeling like when it starts getting colder up here, you can feel, it only feels like the holidays because of decor. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. It's like part of the holidays, part of what like makes, at least what I associate it with, right, is the colder weather, because Christmas and snow and all that kind of stuff. I just feel like it wouldn't feel like the holidays without it. And I think that would be a mental barrier to have to get over for me personally. Plus, if you go down there in the summer, like it's got to be ungodly hot. You know, like Florida gets crazy hot and humid. Yeah, for a short period of time, I was considering, not really. I mean, it wasn't super serious. It was just looking into, it's like, what if I did decide to move south, kind of thing. And I was looking into Florida, right, and reading a bunch of stuff about people that have moved from further north and that kind of stuff. Yeah, lived in the pool, exactly. Like, I don't think I'd do well down there. Like, I sweat like crazy, so I'd be sweating all the time. And then when you're gonna have like hot chocolate and stuff, like, you're gonna drink hot chocolate when it's 85 degrees outside? Doesn't sound the most appealing. Yeah, like the heat with the humidity down there, and it's just like constantly hot, like constantly super hot. It's funny because some of the people that we're talking, it's like, you think you're gonna come down and like be able to golf year round and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, you might be able to like golf when it's, technically winter and all that kind of stuff, but um you'll come down here in like summertime, it's like you're nobody wants to go out and golf during the summertime because it's just brutally hot. It's just like so miserable. Who wants to be outside for 4 hours straight? Which is a good point. Yeah. Yeah, the humidity, like, because when it's humid, it makes it makes you feel like it's hotter. Hard to explain. But like, so the humidity, when there's more humidity, the right, when you sweat, you perspire, so that when that evaporates, it helps cool the skin, and that's what's your body's attempt at cooling your temperature down. But when it's humid out, you don't really get that evaporation of the sweat, so you're just like kind of just like sitting there in the damp heat, and so your body like doesn't really get a chance to cool down. And I'll tell you what, I sweat like crazy during the summers here. Like, I did CrossFit for many years, both coach classes and um, you know, took classes, did just simple local competitions and all that kind of stuff. But if you were working out, like, our gym did not have air conditioning, and so you're working out in this building with no air conditioning. We'd open the door, of course, try to get some airflow, and we've got like, the giant ceiling fans, we've got floor fans going and all that kind of stuff. I literally, like, people many times would be like, dude, you look like you just jumped into a pool with your clothes on. And I'm like, yeah, I can't help it. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'd probably still be doing it if the guy didn't sell the business. I did not. I was not on board for the change in ownership, so I left. But I still do CrossFit type style workouts. Here and there, I mix in a little bit of just like regular weight training. I don't really Olympic lift all that much anymore. But yeah, I mean, I could do the bar muscle ups, the chest to bars, the butterfly pull ups, all that good stuff. So, like I said, I enjoyed it, but man, when it was summertime, goodness, I had to like, you know, sometimes I'd work out and then I'd coach afterwards. I had to like bring a change. I had to change my shirt. You know, it was bad. I sweat like crazy, so nothing could help. All right. Let's see. We got a box. We got a box of Brilliant for you, Mountain, and 2 Ascended Heroes. 2 packs of Ascended Heroes. We only got 2 more of those left. 2 more packs of Ascended Heroes left. And a box of Brilliant Illusions. We ripping everything? It's kind of funny, Mountain. Our CrossFit gym was, I would say, the average age was definitely older. I mean, average age had to be up towards their 40s, just because of kind of what the community out here is in general. I mean, you got kids that either go keep the box sealed, rip the packs. Got you. All right, you ready? Yeah, Tremblay's been stung by the Brilliant. I can't remember, Mountain, did we, I don't know if we ripped it for you, but I know we pulled an SAR for somebody out of Brilliant. It was the Pecheron SAR. Let me know when you're ready, Mountain. Just want to make sure you're here to be able to watch it. I know sometimes TikTok can bounce you out or something, or lock up on you. All right, here we go. Good luck, good luck. 2 packs Ascended Heroes. All right, go card. Metal Energy. Scraggy. Starly. Tangela. Noibat. Ariana. Haunter. Vikavolt. Puchiana Reverse. Ooh, Slurpuff on the illustration rare, and Colossal Hollow. Haven't seen the Slurpuff yet. Julian, you're already in here, brother. You're in here yesterday, and that's the 2nd time today. Please don't spam my chat with advertisements. I'll ask nicely. What's up, Marcus? Appreciate the follow. Slurpuff on pack 1. Here we go. Last pack here. Ascended Heroes. Lightning Energy. Wattrel. Meryl. Zorua. Oddish. Mimikyu. Vikavolt. Light Ball. Team Rockets Factory Reverse. Croconaw Reverse. And King Gambit. Not too crazy there, but we did get you that Slurpuff illustration rare. So 1 out of 2 with an illustration rare is not bad. Yeah. Yeah, I will say, you know, some boxes have been better than others for sure. We've had a box of Brilliant where we hit a secret rare. We along with an AR, and I think it was the Pincer AR. We've hit the Dusk Noir AR. Like I said, we did have a box where we hit the Pecheron SAR. So that was pretty cool. I wasn't aware that that one was in the card set. But yes, best of luck on that. For sure. I'm considering getting, there's a new set coming out already. It's either coming out tomorrow or next Friday, of Chinese that's called Stellar Crystal. And so it's a mixture of like Stellar Miracle or Stellar Crown and Surging Sparks. It has the Pikachu SAR from Surging Sparks in it. You've got, I believe, the Terapagos SAR from Stellar Crown / Stellar Miracle. There's an exclusive Lucia's Appeal SAR that'll be in it. So I'm hoping out of the boxes of Brilliant we have, I wanna pull that Carmine. That exclusive Carmine SAR. That would be awesome. I'd even take the Melodic. It's got the Melodic from Surging Sparks, or and there's Paradise Dragona. Yeah, we'll see what the price is closer to release. Let's see. So it does release tomorrow. Yeah, and it already dropped from yesterday to today. So, how many more Brilliant like boxes? Let's see, 3, 6. I've got like 16 whole boxes. Not all of them are put up there as boxes. Some for singles, but so it's probably like 11 or 12. Maybe 10 that are listed up there, but I can always move them from packs to boxes if we need it. So right now it would be cheaper than Gem 5. I don't know how much Gem 5 will be yet once I get it in, just because of all the you know, international delivery fees and all that kind of stuff that end up getting added to it. So I gotta find out what the end result shipping will be before I can put a final dollar amount. But yeah, Gem 2 and Gem 3 are getting expensive. Gem 2 is twice the cost of Gem 4 or Gem 5 that just released. And Gem 3 is pretty close to it. Pretty close to that, just a little bit less. What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Queue is open. Feel free to hop in. Feel free to hop in if you like. Yeah, so apparently, guys, it's become more popular recently to get stuff like, so they've got a in traditional Chinese, which I know like most of us, right? Even if we're buying the Chinese cards, we can't read them, right? So they have Phantasmal Flames in traditional Chinese, which it looks more like Inferno X, like the packaging and all that. They have that in traditional Chinese. It would be way less than what it would cost in Japanese. It's going to cost more than what it's going to cost in Korean once I get that stuff in. But they've got Black Bolt and White Flare and Team Rocket. I don't know if that interests anybody, but it would be less. Like a box of Team Rocket would be probably around like 110. And from my understanding, the traditional Chinese booster boxes are very similar to the like hit rate structure of Japanese booster boxes, and they look the same as the Japanese. They have traditional Chinese. I don't know, were you asking me, Trembly, about VMAX Climax, or was that a different set? I don't know if he's still in here. Welcome in, Vicky. Man, if that's legit, you could get could get boxes of that for way less than what they are in Japanese. What's up, Zach? Could get boxes of Black Bolt and White Flare for pretty good amount. It would cost, it'd probably be less than $100. Less than $100 a box on that in traditional Chinese. Part of me just wants to get a couple boxes to see what they're like. Because Black Bolt and White Flare is way less expensive in traditional Chinese. They have Mega Dream too. I mean, it'd be less than what Japanese costs, but it's traditional Chinese, so remember, you know, the value. right? It's so interesting, the VMAX Climax. First, second. Oh, that's real. Huh. Interesting. Anybody out there collect Riftbound? I don't know too much about it. Looks like they have it in Chinese here. Pikachu with Red's hat on. Charmander, Meow, Slowpoke, Pika. Interesting, interesting. Welcome, welcome, guys. Let me know if y'all have any questions here. So that was just something I want to put out there if you guys were interested in still trying to rip some of these sets that are getting very pricey, you know, Japanese wise and that. So I've got to potentially look up some alternatives to the Korean product. We have been getting in, but I mean, Black Bolt and White Flare for less than $100 a box. A Team Rocket box for just around 100. It's traditional Chinese though, so remember, traditional Chinese. Tremblay, you still out there, brother? Appreciate the likes, guys. So yeah, anyway, I got Phantasmal Flames in the traditional Chinese, otherwise known as Inferno X. Black Bolt, White Flare, Glory Team Rocket. They do have shiny treasures. VMAX Climax. They got Chinese T-Fest. It's more expensive than Korean right now. So it looks like in traditional Chinese, more of their stuff aligns like more directly with the Japanese sets, as opposed to simplified Chinese. Simplified Chinese, they have a lot of the gem pack volumes, and then a lot of their other sets, like the Brilliant Illusions, the one coming out, Stellar Crystal, are like mashups. They're mashups, so they're still working through the Scarlet and Violet era to kind of catch up. So usually those will have like 3 different sets. That's pretty cool. Yep, a lot of interesting stuff out there. Vivid Portrayals. 9 colors of gathering. What's up, Year Bear? How we doing, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, money? Dollar sign, dollar sign. What's up, G? Welcome, welcome. If you guys aren't already following, right, and you checked it out or haven't checked it out yet, on YT, we have a YT channel. Same name up on there. We got 2 videos have been posted this week, and then already, I should say, and then tomorrow, the 3rd video, last video for the week, will be posted in the morning, so make sure you check it out. We will be getting some singles in as well, guys. Some Chinese singles, so like the the Gengar and the Cubone there. We're gonna be getting some of those in, so we will be selling some of those singles. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of folks are asking about them as they pass through the lives and all that kind of stuff. So we will have those available. What's up, Charlie? What's up, Michael? What's good, guys? How we feeling? Queue's open, guys. Queue will be open for a little bit longer here. Well, that's an ominous username and PFP. Crazy. Bombo, what's up? What's up? How we doing, Mikes? What's going on, guys? Queue's open. Queue's open. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Happy to answer them. Interesting. What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate y'all checking out the live here tonight. We do live rips and we can send sealed. What's up, Jellyfish? Welcome in, guys. Let me know if y'all have any questions here. Do live rips and we can send sealed. We can send sealed anytime as well. So if we're not live, we can always fulfill your orders sealed. What's up, Brian? Welcome in. What's up, El? Tremble, you out there, man? I will take that as a new. We hit the Slurpuff out of Ascended Heroes for Mountain. That's about it. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Mountain was in here for a bit. He said he's getting ready to move. He's moving to Arizona. I guess he's originally from Arizona. He said he's moving back. So his last day at his current job is tomorrow. What's up, JJ? Welcome in, guys. I'm from Maryland, Jason. Nothing fancy. Not super exciting. Born and raised. What about you, Jason? I know you're out west, right? Okay. Are you big are you Jayhawks fan or Kansas State? Or none of the above? Jayhawks? Nice. Yeah, especially basketball for sure. Yeah, I mean they've been kind of up and down with the football program. They've had some success, relative compared to their usual in the Big 12. I know they were many years where they're struggling, and then they had a good year or a good couple years not too long ago. They had didn't they have College Game Day out there for that for one of their games that season? Nice, a few football and basketball games. I'm sure the basketball games are crazy. Got to be packed in there tight in the arena. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't. I'm not. I mean, I root for like Maryland. I'm not like a huge fan of them. I'm a big Notre Dame fan. Their basketball program's in shambles right now. They've had like 3 losing seasons in a row under this new coach, so I think he's gonna be getting fired soon. But football, it's looking up, so we'll see. I'm seeing in some preseason rankings that they're like one or two, number one or number two. So waited a very long time for them to be competitive at the national stage. They got railroaded by Alabama back in 2012 in the one of the last BCS championship games, and then obviously not this past season, but the season before, playing Ohio State in the championship game, which was really cool, but it was unexpected, for them to get there. So I knew it was going to be a long shot for them to actually win, but they competed. Yeah, Alabama was an absolute powerhouse back then, for sure. For sure. Yeah, they just had our. We were just slightly overmatched on the defensive side. That was still Will Howard at quarterback, and he completed like 85+% of his throws that game. We just could not force any incompletions, and if you don't, there's no incompletions, man, then they just keep moving the ball. There's not much you can do. Plus, they had what, Judkins and Henderson, I think, both of them at running back too. So it's uphill battle to stop that offense. Oklahoma beat them though, not too long ago. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, Alabama. Yeah. So we shall see. I'm excited for this next season for Notre Dame football, just because we have what seems to be a legitimate quarterback back there. Legitimate passing quarterback, that is. So last year was his first year starting, so now he's got some confidence. We got some more younger guys. We got like Plaxico Burress' son is on the team. I think he caught a touchdown in the spring game. A lot of young talent, but we've got an established quarterback now. So, okay. You watch the is it the PGA Championship already this weekend? Appreciate the likes, guys. Yeah, I think I saw something about that on the headlines on ESPN. I don't watch it a whole lot. I think my dad watches it sometimes with my uncle. Yeah, PGA Championship this week. Yeah, I know they have had the Masters PGA Championship. I don't think they've had the U.S. Open yet, and so you'll still have the U.S. Open and the British Open. I think the British Open is usually later July, maybe? Yeah, the Masters is usually a good one. Plus, it's the first major of the year. So I feel like more people have a chance at winning it. You know what I mean? Like some people are still getting into a flow, into the PGA events. I mean, I know they start before that. I think they start like officially in like February or whatever leading up to it, but I feel like as you go on, some of these guys, you know, as the competition level increases, some of the guys get so locked in that it's like you got a handful of guys that might have a chance really to win the tournaments, and then everybody else is just, you know, fighting for like a top 10 finish. You want to watch Happy Gilmore now? Yeah. Have you seen the second one, Jason? I mean, I love the original. I've seen the original several times. Yeah. I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, for what it is, like, we all know what it is. Like, Happy Gilmore, by no stretch of the imagination, is cinematic perfection, you know? But it's funny. Some of the parts were just kind of silly, and I think kind of missed the mark on the second one, but yeah. 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 Yeah, they got a little happy with the, no pun intended, but they got a little, I think, overzealous on some of the cameos. Yeah, and Kelsey. I think there are just so many, not that, you know, not by any means that it was trying to tell like a really serious or poignant story, but I think it kind of detracted from it when you have that many cameos. You know, you kind of got people like you're pulling people away from the make-believe story that is, you know, you see it as Travis Kelsey, but you know that guy, he's playing whoever, a waiter or whatever in it, but you know him as Travis Kelsey, so it pulls you out of it a bit, you know, and it's not like he's a normal actor or whatever. So I mean, I think like having some of the golfer cameos was good. You know, I think that's better. I think that because that actually ties in, you know. So having like John Daly in there and all that kind of stuff is I think good. But you know, I mean, we all, if you know, the expectations are not super high for a Adam Sandler movie. I like Adam Sandler. I like a lot of the, obviously, the older stuff. You know, Waterboy, um, Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore. I'm okay with like parts of Billy Madison. There's definitely parts that are like quotable, right, forever kind of thing. But not my most favorite. Maybe I need to go back and watch it again now that I'm older. Maybe more of it would make sense. You know, maybe I'd catch on to more of it. What's up, Glitter? What else? Yeah, I think Mr. Deeds is funny. Like, it's not, again, it's no cinematic work of art, but it's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how it really translates nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I guess it sounds kind of cliche to say things were so different back then, but they really were. Like what's considered politically correct and all the, you know, what we're allowed to like put on TV and that kind of stuff nowadays. Like it's you know, if you compare it to like nowadays, it's like it's unhinged. But back then it was I would say kind of mild, really. I mean, you had stuff shortly after that. You know, you get into like the American Pie and all those kind of like raunchier kind of comedies, right? Yeah, kind of including, you know, like the Scary Movie type things, those parodies. You start getting into those types of movies. I think I saw, and you know, I never know how legitimate these things are because it's either through social media or something. But I heard people talking about trying to get Scary Movie, like prevent it from coming into their theaters or something like that, because essentially they're offended by this stuff. And I'm like, that was normal comedy. You know, that was run of the mill type stuff back then. I mean, it was funny, but it wasn't like so out of the ordinary or anything extreme. So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how truthful that was. I think it's just some people. I think nowadays people think like if you're offended by something, you have to like go out of your way to like protest it or prevent it from coming out, when in reality you can just like not go see it. Like just do that. Like just don't pay money to go see it. You know? I don't know why we gotta be, you know, like actively, for lack of a better term, hating on it, you know? Just let them do the thing. If it's not what you're into, then cool, let it be and just not see the movie. Like it's not hurting you by other people seeing the movie. I don't know. Personal opinion. But yeah, I think, you know, Waterboy and all those kind of stuff, scary movies. You can probably see that by young teens, even if it might be maybe it was rated R. I don't know. Stuff you can come across on the internet though these days is far surpassed what I think we experienced in the movies. So. Dairy Butter Yum? Or is it Dairy Buttery Yeah, Super Troopers. I've never seen Super Troopers. I've seen clips of it, but I've never seen the full original. And I gotta be honest, I didn't even know there was a second one until I heard there's a third one coming out. So that one I was a little behind on. I've seen a couple of the scary movies. I didn't watch a whole lot of the parody type stuff. I've seen like, you know, the guys, I know they started the ones that did it, right? They started that one show about like them working in a firehouse, a couple of the guys. Yep. Grogu and Mando. Hey Trembly, I did you were you looking for VMAX Climax? Is that the set that you were looking at? I know that's random, but since you're back in here, can't remember if it was that one. So they have it in traditional Chinese. I could probably get it from my supplier, and it wouldn't be crazy expensive. It'd probably be about like $80 a box if you were interested. But appreciate the follow, Mountain High. So just something to think about if you were interested. They do have, I was talking about it, and I don't think most people were in here. What's up, Jake? They have some traditional Chinese products, so like the Phantasmal Flame booster box. Some of these other ones, they've got Black Bolt, White Flare for much less expensive. Like those boxes would probably be like around $75 a box, as opposed to the Japanese, it would probably be like $150. So, I mean, if you guys aren't as concerned about the value necessarily, and it's, you know, you want to see some of the hits, that's definitely something we could explore. They got Team Rocket, Glory Team Rocket. That would probably be right around like $100 a box. They got Mega Dream. That would be much less than Japanese, but still kind of expensive. That would probably be around 95-ish if I got it in. So just wanted to put that out there in case that was something you're interested in. I can add a couple of those to the next order. But yeah, it'd be a little bit different. Those sets more aligned, like I said, with the actual Japanese sets, and then the pull rates are similar. What's up, Sparks? Or you know how they're structured, so like 3 ARs, a secret rare, that sort of thing. What's up, Zeke? Okay. Cool. I'll probably, yeah, I'll keep that in mind for the next sealed order here. Probably get a few boxes of the newest set. It's called the, probably already beaten the dead horse with it, but it's called Crystal, what's it, Stellar Crystal. So it's a mixture of, you know, Paradise Dragona, which is the Japanese. What's up, Bobby? Yeah, the Inferno, it would be way less than what Japanese is. I mean, Japanese, I think boxes are going for at least $250. It would probably be around a little over $100, I think, for the traditional Chinese. I did get a hold of the Korean supplier, Trembly. I kind of went a roundabout way and asked somebody else. I was like, yeah. So I got yeah. They said, you know, they said they were out of town for business, so, you know, whatever. That's why they were delayed in getting back to me and all that. So they said the Inferno should be shipped out tomorrow or Monday. They said Friday or Monday it should be shipped out, so we'll see. I'll believe it once I see the tracking number, you know? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, because just from the time that I ordered it, and I've already paid, so just from that time to now, I think it's like $20 more a box in Korean already. So I'll have probably some of the best prices that you can find it for, as long as we get it, right? And it's going to be a full case of it, so. What's up, Cristralis? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe buy a few, and I might even rip one box myself just to see. I've never ripped it in Japanese either. I think maybe I might have bought a couple single packs, but never a full box. So. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. They have that for less than what Shiny Treasure is in the traditional Chinese, and it's way less than what it is in um, Japanese. So, if you're supposed to get the same hits or be able to pull the same hits, and it's just in a different foreign language that you already can't read the other one, you know, figure you can try it out if it's essentially half the cost of what the Japanese one is. Alright, yeah, I don't really like this tint. There we go. Alright, guys. It's been real. Appreciate y'all's support. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us, chatting. Next live is going to be Sunday, unless otherwise something else comes up and do a pop-up live or something. But again, make sure you're following us. We'll always announce those. Anything like a pop-up live or whatever, something out of the normal schedule, we will be posting that on our stories. So make sure you're following us. So Sunday night, bank on Sunday night being the next time we see you guys. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night, guys. See you, Trembly.